For all your t-shirt needs, check out TeePublic's Killer Selection. Follow the link in the description. Hey, what's up, people? Piz Al here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the newly released Day of the Dead Bloodline. And Day of the Dead Bloodline is a pseudo remake slash reimagining of George Romero's classic Day of the Dead from 1986. And in Day of the Dead Bloodline, the zombie apocalypse is in full swing. You've got a group of survivors living underground in this bunker. You have just regular people, you have a former med student, you have a military presence, and they're all just trying to survive the zombie apocalypse while the former medical student is trying to create some sort of vaccine using the blood of a very unique rotter, which is what they call zombies in this movie, rotters, in order to create a cure for rotting. And this is going to be kind of a brief review of Day of the Dead Bloodline. I think I can sum this movie up in just a couple of really simple sentences. Now, this is far, far, far from being a good movie, but it's not necessarily a bad movie, I would say. Now, let me preface that by saying that I have seen considerably worse movies than Day of the Dead Bloodline when it comes to zombie movies just in general, particularly on this kind of level, on this sort of, modest budgeted, direct to VOD kind of level. However, Day of the Dead Bloodline is just a wholly uninspired and kind of boring movie that, dare I say, probably wouldn't even exist had not George A. Romero passed away not long ago. And that was something that just kept coming to my mind while I was watching this movie, because while watching this movie, my mind had plenty of time to wander. Like I said, it's kind of boring. And that just didn't really sit right with me. This is a movie that in no way deserves the title of Day of the Dead and deserves no place in the Romero Dead saga. Although if this movie didn't bear the title Day of the Dead, A, it probably would never have been made, and B, it definitely wouldn't have landed on as many people's radars as it has under the title Day of the Dead Bloodline. But aside from just the title, and I'm sure the producers are well aware of this, not only will it land on the radars of horror fans, but horror fans will be more apt to want to watch this film now that George Romero has passed away. From a technical point of view, the movie is competently made. There's plenty of zombie action. There's plenty of blood and gore. There's some nice practical effects in the movie. There's some pretty bad CGI moments in the movie. The acting is okay. The story is kind of bland. It's definitely nothing that we haven't seen done before and seen done much, much better. Day of the Dead Bloodline feels like a movie made by people who just so happened to have the rights to make a movie called Day of the Dead and decided to do so shortly after the passing of George Romero. That's really about it. I really can't recommend Day of the Dead Bloodline to anybody. If you want to watch a good zombie movie, there are literally dozens of zombie movies out there much, much, much better than Day of the Dead Bloodline. Go watch The Girl with All the Gifts. Go watch Fulci Zombie. Go watch Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Go watch, hey, why not go watch Day of the Dead from 1986, written and directed by George Romero? You want a good zombie movie? Start there. Not here. Start there. Or start with Night of the Living Dead from George Romero, or even the Night of the Living Dead remake, or Dawn of the Dead from George Romero, or the Dawn of the Dead remake. There are a lot better zombie movies out there that deserve your attention. If you've seen Day of the Dead Bloodline, please let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. They're also right around here. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Join the $1 a month club and help support my channel on Patreon. Thank you to my current patrons, Turi Delamore, Farron Sutton, Jeremiah Lambert, Derek Jana, Richard Mead, and Orc145626. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.